We're just gonna click on that ogre, and yeah, stay right on top of him. Now he's very tanky this game.
Yeah, he always is though. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. You remember yesterday he had that undying game as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he still manages to somehow die when we're not looking. So all eyes on him.
I have a little bit of a pause. Who's playing the Meepo game? It looks like it's Lifestealer versus Ogre.
Yeah, Ogre with the big comeback.
Yeah, man, really come from behind. He baited the Lifestealer into a sense of complacency. Or Lifestealer gave up. All right.
Yeah, he gave up. He's like, screw this. I have bigger ping.
Like,
Actually...
He just wanted to give his support a feel-good moment.
Man, that's something from a core. I don't think so. If you're a carry player, you want to win everything, even these mini games.
Well, really, you'd expect the mid players to be the ones dominating at the reaction time.
I had a dude actually today in my game. We were playing this, and I won, and he wrote in old chat that he has higher ping. So the dude actually went to console, checked our pings, and just made that excuse. Like, next competitive generation of mini games is coming.
That I could see that being val. You know, ping probably does make a big difference there.
Damn, they're fast. I'm trying to follow up, but damn, they're actually good, like crazy.
Yeah, this is almost instant. I feel like I need to.
Damn, what the?
Well, now you can't see it anymore. Now it's bugged. It bugs out after a few rounds.
Of course, even the mini games are in beta.
At least the servers are back. We do have servers again.
So I played one of those games, right, when the servers were broken, and I took ages. And basically what happens is the time doesn't go on. Like, if you're at minute 30, let's say 15 minutes 30, it doesn't change. It like goes 1 second ahead, then it goes back. It was weird. And because of that, my ages pretty much lasted until the end of the game, right? Which was also minute 15, but 15 seconds or something.
Hey. Whatever works. It was. Oh my goodness! Come on, VTune. What you doing there, buddy?
Just mute instantly. That's it. That's the play.
Is it voice mute or text mute? I guess it's text mute.
No, just mute everything. That's the easiest.
But then we'll miss out on all of the moves.
Yeah, and all the spicy old chat if it ever happens. That's true.
I don't know if I can read any of the spicy old chat.
I'm here for that.
But you muted everybody.
No, I mute Dota. Like, I just go into audio settings and just mute the game sounds completely. I'm doing it the next level strat.
Fair enough. I had someone trying to tilt in a pub who I asked to please stop taunting because it was distracting, so they just kept doing it, and I turned it off. And then they kept taunting for the next 20 minutes. I'm sitting there and I'm like, guys, I'm smart enough to just turn off the game sound.
Someone really needed attention, I think. That's it. Nothing more.
Yeah.
You know that?
That sounds about
like
right.
Like that 6-year-old kid that's just pulling you by your sleeve. Notice me, please. That's it. So what's up with the bounty runes? So far, Dyer took 3 and General got 1, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
3 for 1.
Advantage to Winstrike.
It's the shaker effect, right? He's staying back and fissure blocking instead of going in to help out with both of the bounty runes.
And we're just gonna have a lot of taunts here from Lifestealer. VTune really enjoying this, and it's time for Always Wanna Fly. And TSA
Yeah, TSA,
Okay,
pretty much.
just checking. He must fly a lot.
That's the joke everyone makes. Like every single caster I worked with, when he sees this dude.
Where else do you? I mean, I guess it could be an acronym for something else, but what do you expect people to think?
Yeah. I think it's definitely an acronym because he's from CIS, right?
Yeah.
So they don't have this TSA thing. I mean, they do, but under a different name. So. How are the lanes going so far? What's up with the mid lane? Furion 6-2 versus Quap 6-2, so pretty even.
Yeah, and as far as net worth, also about the same. So not a ton of regen spent yet, and Aloha Dance just being a little annoying, I guess.
It's very interesting that they aren't pressuring General at all on the top lane, while Shaker is rotating mid. So. This is already really good for FlyToMoon, because they're getting a lot on this Beastmaster. He's getting solo experience, and Shaker might get a courier too now.
Yeah, and General doing a really nice job on the micro, making sure that they don't get the last hit on the boars. We've seen how much experience that can give supports.
He's even pressuring them. Like, look at this.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Madden.
And he
There's
gives away the
something
boar.
wrong with the Bane. Yeah.
And now
There
Aloha
was
Dance
something
is
wrong
back.
with the. Yeah. He's here. He has the fissure. Can they kill the Bane?
He can lock him
there's
down
no
for
way.
a little bit. Yeah, he doesn't have a brain set for a while and not enough mana, but just not levels. So what was happening with Bane?
Yeah, he basically wasn't playing this lane right. He was usually what you want to do is you want to start fighting the Beastmaster instantly before he hits level 3, because that's his power spike. You as Beastmaster, you're very weak until you hit that level 3. Level 2 boars are really strong. Level 1 are completely insignificant. But Madden, instead of fighting him, he was just kind of trying to pull or I don't know, chill in the woods.
Iceberg is so low here.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? I mean, it's playing it on the edge. He knew he could live there. Nothing for Nature's Prophet to throw out.
Yeah, it's the bottle that was coming to him, right? So he knew he's going to regen completely, and Nature's Prophet, he can kind of do the same thing. He's
DK
fine.
Phobos and Problem in the bottom. He's going to have to TP out. So he'll be out of lane for a little bit.
Tower. Just the tower though, so he's fine.
Oh, okay.
He can come back instantly. Yeah. Top lane, Bane is fine, I think. There's no way he can kill him. At least he shouldn't, yeah.
Yeah, and while he's gone, General continuing to just harass aggressive child, and PL TP's back to his own tower.
Yeah. Another courier killed by the Shaker. Yeah, this game is done. Go next. GG. I mean, this top lane really shouldn't go the way it went. The Shaker and Beastmaster dominated them, and Shaker was out of the lane for the majority of the time.
Yeah.
It's really there. Yeah, he did make a bottom lane. Always wanna fly. Don't forget.
Important. Will he burn down?
Nah.
No. Tanky Ogre. He'll live. Making us panic a little bit.
As always. I swear, so many games I watched and so many games I see him dying with that first top lane though.
Will they get the PL here? They've gone on him several times and they never have quite enough damage. Now Madden's stuck. He has the brain sap, gets a little more heal from that, and just not enough damage to finish off either of these kills.
There's not enough damage to finish them off, but in this kind of a situation, you don't even want to kill them, because Shaker killed their couriers, right, a few times, and you know that they will struggle ferrying those couriers to the lane, and because of that, look at the PL. It's even worse for him because he's not farming at all anymore. He's just chilling here, and that's it. He can't farm. Bane is the same. Bane is coming back top, but he can only feed here. He can't really help anymore. So, there you go.
And yep,
get
they
the
lose
first
the
blood
PL,
now.
and they might get the
And
Bane as well.
Yeah.
And there's a TP in from Young, and there's a roar onto the Nature's Prophet. Beastmaster already level 6, with General getting so much space in this lane.
And you see this, right? Instead of diving them instantly and killing them, you farm one full wave, you deny one full wave, and then you kill them. They can't. This lane on top is done. Like, PL has to do something. He goes mid.
And bottom lane, VToon, he's doing okay here. They've definitely harassed quite a bit. And I haven't seen Phoenix really be too effective. They've got the phase boots up on the Lifestealer.
Phoenix's strong side was never really the laning stage, right? The hero comes online, well, sort of with level 6, but most importantly with level 12 and level 2 egg. That's where he just is stronger than almost any other support. But in this kind of a game, he is playing versus Nyx and Beastmaster, right? Lifestealer and Beastmaster. Built-in Rage, plus built-in attack speed aura. It's going to be hard for TSA to pull off these good eggs.
Well, I guess just be forced to use them really defensively, or hope that his teammates are, doing a lot of control. And Lifestealer is fairly low with the rotation in from the Nature's Prophet, looking to get VToon as he taunts away. And yeah, the one last hit into the trees.
Actually, this mid lane is fine as well for Winstrike. Now, PL, he didn't find anything on top, but he has found a couple of CS on the mid lane.
Now they're gonna go on to always want to fly bottom, pressuring him a little. There was a body block there, but he's an ogre, he's fairly tanky. He has no mana to make any counter plays, so he just has to sit here and try and slow things down.
Yeah, he should die here soon though. It's always wanna fly after. Okay, I need to stop. People are gonna call me out. I'm just meaning he likes to die a lot.
Yeah.
They take the tower.
VToon tried to go for the deny, but couldn't quite time it right.
And he is going for the Radiance. At least he has it queued up, by the way. So
Iceberg very low, has a blink out mid lane, but there's a rotation in from the Nature's Prophet and the Bane. Will they catch him? He uses the Sonic Wave to push them back and make a little bit of space, but the Phoenix is here mid lane as well. That's a pretty hefty rotation from Winstrike.
Young G might die though.
Yeah,
look at this.
blink forward from the Queen. Now there's a nice defensive Nightmare. The Earthshaker switches it back over. He didn't have a Fisher for a while, and Young G taunt TP. Everybody loving their taunts this game.
Yep, some good plays here from both of these teams. You might think that they're fails, but they aren't really. Iceberg there, he uses that ulti. If he doesn't use it, he dies because he didn't have blink of cooldown. So with that ulti, he pushes them away, which gives him some space to go back. And then afterwards, also the fissure from the Shaker was good, but the sleep from the Bane prevents them from killing anyone.
And meanwhile, the pressure that General's been able to put on top lane has given them really great early map control. And they're going to run right into Matt and eats the Earthshaker. And yeah, that's a lot of damage. Fisher, Totem.
Yeah, this is a terrible game for Bane now. There's a fissure from long distance to pretty much cancel any of your channeling spells. That's your grip, right? But the Beastmaster has had such a good game that he's going to be sending all these creeps, necros, boars on you, and you just can't. You can't deal with that. Wave clear from Bane was never really a thing. He does not have any. It's hard.
And that's another tower claimed for FlyToMoon. So doing a great job getting this early map control. They will lose the outpost, but I think that makes it 1-for-1.
Yeah, TSA, he actually tried to get this one on top with dive, but Shaker prevented him. So 1-for-1, I think. Yeah, both teams got experience, as you said.
And there is the roar out onto the Phantom Lancer, aggressive child. Nothing he can do there.
He's so big. Look at the Nyx, he's level 7. Beastmaster from the offlane coming in with level 9. He's just so big.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for Winstrike to face him.
Beastmaster just, as you were talking about, all of that space early on. I've heard panels and other casts talk about how Beastmaster suffers early in the lane, and that's when you have to punish him. And you know they chose not to, and now they're paying for it.
Yeah, he pretty much, you have to punish him before level 3. You want to delay it as much as possible.
There's the Centaur ultimate. He's getting pretty low here, but General losing a lot of HP, and now Young G is here to finish off the Beastmaster. He will fall. Nightmare holding Always Wanna Fly on the other side of the fight as they chase down VTune. And there is a surprise iceberg here. He has his ultimate. Aggressive Child, very aggressively forward now, but there's the ultimate from the Bane, holding the Queen in place. Now V2 doing what he can, but he's sprouted up. Queen manages to get out, does not die to the Bane, throws out that Sonic Wave. V2 attacking forward. Quab does die. We did not catch it. We were following the other side of the fight. Can they get more? Always Wanna Fly doesn't have the mana for any of his spells. V2 going to just TP out, and the Ogre TPing as well.
Oh, he had sleep there. With the keen optic, he almost got him, but yeah. Ogre is lucky that Bane actually tried to go and somehow disable the lifestealer first, so...
Alright, so
he gets out too.
What were you giggling about? I went to follow the lifestealer while Queen was dying in the trees. Why were you giggling?
It's just how stupid he died. He was running away from the sunray, right? But usually when you run away from sunray, you run to the sides. He decided to outrun it.
Oh, and that's also straight.
but he ran into a wall, you know. And when he got to a wall, he understood that he actually needs to run to a side. But there's trees everywhere around him. It was stupid. It's like one of those plays in which you hit your head afterwards and you ask yourself, like, what did I just do? What is this?
Well, now he has an invis. He is on top of Aggressive Child and throwing out a little harass, but doesn't really have kill potential right now. Meanwhile, that is a death on the Phoenix on the other side. So a nice pincer maneuver here from FlyToMoon.
Yep, and they just want to be playing around General. He's pretty much their strongest hero on the map. Queen of Pain is fine, but General is on top of the network charts, almost has Necro 3, brings most control and damage to the fights. One thing though is that last fight, it went decently for Winstrike because Shaker was AFK on the top lane farming, right?
V2 is in trouble up top. Okay, he'll run himself away. Bane was trying to get in range for the grip, but couldn't quite make it.
Yeah. I'm just waiting to see how Winstrike will bounce back. There's a halberd queued up on TSA. That's pretty good. Pretty much all you have to worry about is lifestealer. If you use that halberd before the rage, he won't be able to kill your egg. But the problem is, you are playing versus a Beastmaster, and that inner beast pretty much allows every hero to attack fast and take down your egg.
General and Always Wanna Fly have been positioning just sort of the duo hunting quite a bit. I think General is ready to find his next target. He's got the Necro 3 on the way to him. Aggressive Child TPing out. And no items finished on the PL yet, unless one is flying out to him.
Yeah, there's nothing flying out.
Yeah,
sorry to say.
He
has less net worth than the Shaker. Look at that.
Yeah, he's sitting fourth up from the bottom. All right, he just passed the Shaker. He got another last hit. He's good. Bottom lane, Aloha Dance in some trouble. The TP in from Young G. They're already doing a lot of damage to him, looking to see what kind of Fisher he can get off to keep surviving, but Nature's Prophet with the last hit.
Basically, FlyToMoon right now is playing with 3 heroes. They're playing with Beast, Quap, and Ogre. Shaker is AFK on one side of the map trying to get his Blink Dagger, and on the other side of the map it's Nyx, completely AFK trying to finish off Relic and Radiant. And they're still taking good fights, just because they had such a beastly laning stage.
So Winstrike know that they're in Roche. They have scouted it out, and they're making the movements towards it. There's the Centaur ult to run into the Roche pit, and a blink in from DK Phobos. Now they will have the Bane Nightmare holding Always Want to Fly on the other side, but Egg inside the pit. Now VTune briefly was gripped, but they got canceled almost immediately by Always Want to Fly. They're going to lose Bane and Phoenix, trying to keep everyone alive. Always Want to Fly very low here. He will fall as well, and now VTune chasing down Young G with Aloha Dance here to help. Iceberg as well, doing what they can, taking out that Nature's Prophet, and only losing Ogre on the side of FlyToMoon.
Yeah, all big ultis committed as well. That egg looked fine. It's a good egg. He managed to make it work even though it's level 6 because it was inside the pit, right? But there's so far behind that PL is not able to join these fights. He doesn't really contribute even if he joins, so they're fighting 4 versus 5 around the pit. Very, very sad for Winstrike at the moment.
It looked like they would maybe do really well. Was that the blink reveal?
Yeah. I'm not sure if they saw it earlier, but it is the first time that Centaur has used it. And also this blink dagger now. The thing about it is, it can be really good if you manage to get a couple of kills with it. But if you don't, Centaur just doesn't... It's hard to put it. You just don't get any items afterwards. You don't farm nearly as fast when you get the blink dagger instead of, let's say, a hood or a crimson guard.
Phoenix is so close to at least a Sange, but so far away from anything else.
I love this.
They're gonna go in here on to the Queen of Pain. Iceberg, Yule's up. I think this is an Aegis lost though. Ran to the side that time though, didn't try to outrun. Does that make you feel better?
He's learning. He's learning from his mistakes. That's what's up. Top lane though, Beastmaster still pushing in. What's he going for? Also Crimson Guard. So they're pretty much getting all these bits and pieces that are necessary versus a PL. But the thing is, they aren't really playing versus a PL. I don't know how to call it. This is some... I don't know what to say.
Well, I'd like to point out that PL is going Yasha. He's not even picking up that diffusal.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes you farm a little bit faster just because you move across the map faster as well, right? Diffusal is definitely the more standard one. Yasha will let you get that Manta earlier if there's an Orchid, let's say, on Iceberg, but really...
There's a Blink Dagger on Aloha Dance.
Yeah, you're putting yourself on this timer in which, okay, I'm going late game, but by the time you get those items, it'll be too late.
So, FlyToMoon forced back to defend. Young G, he's doing a good job of at least spreading out the map and forcing some rotations, trying to buy some space, and now there's a smoke from DK Focus and the Bane.
This is Radiance completed on VTune, so this is their power spike as well. They want to fight. As long as VTune doesn't get blown up instantly.
Yeah, and here's the roar onto Aggressive Child, a stun from Ogre as well, and PL got blown up instantly, so I think V2's doing fine.
He's completely fine with this, yep. And if you're Winstrike, it's hard to sugarcoat this, really. It's hard to see them win a single fight now.
Yeah, and Centaur has to use the Stampede to run away from this fight.
Yeah, Aloha Dance is dying mid lane though.
Yeah.
They gripped him.
And now they're just disengaging, porting out, but they have one creep here in the mid lane to put a little bit of pressure on this tower. Choosing to play it slowly.
Yeah, I said I don't see them winning team fights, and I stay by that. So if you're Winstrike at the moment, you just need to split push constantly with this.
There's no Stampede on Centaur right now. He will just TP out instead since the Quap already used the Yules.
Yep, no follow-up. Is he going for Diffusal after all? He bought 2 Blades of Electricity. I guess he might be. He just has Yasha in Quick Pilot. We'll see. Any good neutral items picked up?
Ben has
There's the clumsy net. Yeah.
Yeah, Bane has the keen optic, as you pointed out before, so that's pretty nice on him. Beastmaster is sitting on an Ocean's Heart, kind of lame. Aloha Dance with a Faded Brooch, though, is really nice. That move speed on Shaker makes a difference.
So good for him. Movement speed and 200 mana. Suddenly you don't even have to go for that level 10 talent, right? You don't have to get the mana. Instead, you can just take the damage.
And they're going on TSA up top.
And bottom, always wanna fly.
Yeah, fighting across the map now. There's a couple of TPs in coming here from FlyToMoon. They jump aggressively forward onto Young G. He's blade mail, so they want to wait for that to go away. And Quap is locked down. That's a dead iceberg. A nice counterplay here from Winstrike. The Nightmare holding back V-Tune. Will they chase forward?
What was Shaker doing there? He has Blink, he has Echo, he has Enchant Totem. There's so many ways that he can save the co-op, block the Furion, jump Echo the Centaur, jump in at least and Quelling Blade the goddamn tree. Like he had so many options there. He just decided to kind of, you know, chill and wait for the perfect Echo opportunity. Yeah. Unfortunately, Quap just dies.
Yeah, it's early in the game. She's back pretty soon.
I'm going for Aghanims as well, which is pretty cool. All these little things, like they're adding up. Bottom
Yep,
lane
there's
grip.
a grip onto V-Tune. He's in a lot of trouble. They should be able to finish him off.
Yeah. So they really struggled in the lanes, and they realized that they're way too weak to take these full front-on fights, right? But what they're doing is really good. They're playing with the global presence of the Furion and the grip. It's something that you see often with Wisp plus one combo, when you have your Bane as your position 4 or 5. He sleeps somewhere across the map, you grip, and then the relocate comes in. They're pretty much doing the same thing here, but with Young G being the additional forces that they're bringing in.
Always on a fly, Nightmare sees Madden, but there's a jump forward from Iceberg, keeping an eye onto this Bane, and a stun from Earthshaker on the low ground, holding the Bane in place. Another one from Always Wanna Fly, sealing the deal.
Yep, good pick off. He was way too deep. I suppose he was trying to ward there or something like that. He was really deep.
He had a little bit of support in the lane, but it was kind of far away. And now there's a smoke from Always Wanna Fly and Iceberg. Oh no, disconnects. I don't know if you saw what happened in the earlier series, but I get very nervous about disconnects.
What happened? Tell me more, please. I didn't see that.
Dractio DC'd on top net worth hero in the game. Unique with a...
the Weaver, right?
No, it was with Luna that game. It was game 2. And when he restarted Dota, he didn't have a rejoin game button. He only had a leave game button.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
Well, I actually, 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I actually didn't have the find game button. I couldn't play. I had... It was just I joined Dota and there's absolutely nothing there in the bottom right corner. There's just empty space, and I'm like, all right. And Gaben is trying to tell me something. I'm fine. I'll go chill.
Yeah. All right. So now back to the smoke. See if you know what
DK?
General can accomplish.
Yeah, they almost caught Centaur, but he broke the smoke and he'll just disengage.
Always Wanna Fly will take out the PL illusion.
But look at Furion already on the bottom lane. He's just constantly doing this.
And here's the jump forward from the Queen of Pain with the Infest. A lot of damage onto Young G. They can't see inside. There's the Quelling Blade, the Yules to cancel the TP, and the Sonic Wave as well. But now Centaur ult to get him out. Will it be enough damage? It is, with the last jump in from Iceberg. And now in the middle lane, it looks like we might have a little bit of a fight. Winstrike just trying to disengage, but here's the stun from Aloha Dance. Remember, the Centaur ult is already on cooldown. Always Wanna Fly taking a lot of damage. The Phoenix Egg on the back side of the fight, fairly defensive, and Aloha Dance in trouble here. In comes Iceberg and V-Tune though, and General as well. One down on each side. And V-Tune very aggressive forward. There is still a Fiend script he has to worry about.
Yeah. They realize that Egg is used and Stampede is used. The only thing there still is actually the grip. So because of that, they back out. They don't try to chase on the Shaker, which is a good decision. Nice pickup, by the way. Nice read from FlyToMoon on what they need to do on the bottom lane. Infest Bomb into the Furion. And from this moment onwards, he'll most likely be way more careful when it comes to these split pushes and how he actually goes about it. He is closer to the BKB though.
Yes.
And that will help him.
There was a smoke here from Bane and Centaur, but pretty much instant reveal as they ran into another hero that just blinked away, so they couldn't get any catch there. And Lifestealer going for a halberd of his own. Iceberg aggressively positioned here, looking to go on TSA, but of course, as a Phoenix, he can just jump away, and Quap going for the Euls rather than the Orchid this game.
Yep. You see, he's not, yeah. There's a Blink Dagger, another one actually picked up by Beastmaster. So they'll have multiple ways of getting to those backlines, getting on top of the Phoenix perhaps, getting on top of Furion and Bane. What's really interesting...
I was gonna say, we haven't seen them take out an egg yet. Phoenix has had some really defensive placements that have, I would say, worked out okay for them. Because they're so defensive, I don't think they're accomplishing a ton, but they do force out the fight in different places. This is a DD Iceberg, a lot of damage with a stun as well. He will jump away, and the Sonic Wave clipping just on the edge to secure the kill.
So he actually had an option there whether to egg or not on the stairs. He decided not to, and it's definitely the right call. If he dies there, if he uses that egg but doesn't die, he's still without an egg for 70 seconds more or something. So 110 is actually the cooldown. So it's better like this. Just die, be dead for 40 seconds. You'll have it afterwards.
Yeah, and Winstrike have no vision around this Roche pit. So, no idea that it's happening, have not chosen to use the scan to check it, and they're not making any movements for it.
This is definitely a problem. You are split pushing constantly on the bottom lane with your Furion and Bane, and you're making all these cute plays, but you aren't securing the most important area of the game, and that's around this Roche pit. You aren't playing there ever. You don't have any wards, you can't ever go in and contest.
Yeah, and the halberd on the Lifestealer is going to neutralize the Prophet quite a bit. I can't imagine he's planning on using that on PL. I guess you could, but yeah.
It's the evasion versus the PL. It's the status resistance versus grip and Orchid and whatnot, right? And it's also the, obviously, like you said.
Yep, and here's Iceberg jumping in with the Infest. See what they can do there. The Centaur ultimate to get everyone out. Madden looking for the grip opportunity, but here's the roar onto the Phantom Lancer, so he will fall. And now they're chasing, looking for Madden through the trees. They won't find him. Bane gets the TP out.
Bane gets the TP out, but they got what they came for. They got the PL. And with that Aegis, they can now pressure the bottom tier 2 as well. Or even pressure high ground maybe, because mid lane is pushing in.
Phantom Lancer, his jump onto the set. I don't think there's enough damage here, just looking to be annoying, but there is the Euls onto the Bane with V-Tune jumping into the base. The Nightmare is out. V-Tune going to the grip, now onto the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain very low. V-Tune taking out the Bane, so he will die in trade for that Queen. Pretty good trade for them, and there's a buyback from the Bane. He's going to come back into the fight, but there is no grip, and PL respawning here in a few seconds. The tree's holding Aloha dance. He can cut his way out. They have an egg. They get a buyback.
Yep, you can kind of understand why they're diving the high ground, but at the same time, it's one of those plays that are really high risk and low reward. Your win there is you kill Bane. Best case scenario, right? And even if you kill him, maybe he doesn't have buyback, but he's gonna respawn in 20 seconds. And even if you kill him, you are not taking the tier 3, so it's not really worth it to even go for that and try it.
They do have to use this Aegis here in a bit, though. Doesn't have too much longer left on it. So they can continue to be aggressive. And they're doing a great job with these infest bombs.
So far, especially on the Nature's Prophets, right? Catching him while he split pushes. It's been good so far, but he does have a BKB, so it's becoming a little bit harder, let's say, to pick him off just with the knives and the quap.
And Lifestealer just switched. He had Manta queued up for the past couple of minutes, and he just swapped over to a Basher. Probably saw that BKB.
Well, I mean, Manta, I don't know why you would go for it. It's actually not that great at all in this game. You can argue that it's good with Radiance, but I really don't think so. If you're going for this Radiance, it's enough. You aren't a Naga, don't cosplay an Alchemist or Naga or whatever. Just go for normal builds. After the Radiance will apply the mischance on the illusions of the PL. You also have the Halberd. You've dealt with him pretty much, now go and actually deal damage. Win the game.
I wonder if it's just because of the Orchid on the Nature's Prophet.
I mean, yeah, it's probably the reason. You're right. It's probably the reason, but I still don't think it's valuable enough to just get it.
Yeah, well, he has swapped instead, aiming to go for that Basher. With the status resistance that you pointed out of the Halberd, you know, the Orchid is a little less scary.
You could maybe go for... I guess you can't really go for SNY as well. When you go for something like a Radiance, it puts you in a weird spot in which your item progression is a little bit different than it usually is. I think why Radiance in this game is actually good is not only because it's good versus PL, but because you have Beastmaster with you. So you don't need any of those attack speed build-up items that you would usually have to get.
Queen of Pain having this Ags is just such a nice pickup against PL as well. Able to clear out illusions a lot faster. And make the fight a lot clearer very often. And of course they have a repair kit. We're going to make life challenging here for FlyToMoon.
That feeling when you're playing versus a Prophet and then you get to play versus a repair kit as well. Like, he's split pushing you, you can't push.
Yep, and a jump stun onto V2. He still has the Aegis. He's gonna heal up quite a bit from the Centaur though. Kind of just a walking fountain for Lifestealer.
Yeah, they don't have any more creeps though, that's the problem. Fury on Nature's Prophet, he managed to creep skip mid lane. Top lane, the same thing has happened by the aggressive child. I just noticed what the nickname he has. So CIS is rising with these brand new stars. Epileptic Kid in VP Prodigy, aggressive child in Winstrike. Yeah, it fits them. I think I've met them in my pubs many times.
I'm sure you have very positive associations, right?
Well, of course. Of course. And I just played one game today. I had a friend from... Well, he's not my friend, but let's say a friend.
Well, you don't play Dota with friends. That's bad for friendship. So if you were playing with him, we automatically know he's not that good of a friend.
Yeah, he's one of these CIS players. Bratan, let's call him that way. He feeds first blood, like minute 2, he calls GG and wants to abandon. Like, Dota, I love you, but I hate you so much.
Oh gosh. Alright, well, what items are we waiting on? Quap has just finished up her Shivas. General has his BKB. Earthshaker is pretty close to his Shadow Blade, so just ultimate initiation plans here. And they're looking for this PL. He's going to go on Aloha Dance to start things out. He's got the Echo Slam as well with the Roar from General. Interesting choice from PL to see Aloha Dance and run towards a Shaker.
I don't really know what was going through his head. Maybe he thought Shaker is alone and he's going to be able to force him to use that Echo and then retreat or send the illusions with Diffusal, but he sent his own hero as well, made a mistake. I'm not sure, but all these items inside the FlyToMoon are coming together now, and Winstrike, they're just far behind. They're lacking many items on the PL to stand and fight. There's Crimson, there's Shivas, right? There's the Radiance on a Lifestealer. Also the attack speed, I was on and on about the Beastmaster. I never once mentioned that there's a Bloodlust as well from Ogre Magi.
Yep. And they're out of repair kit charges and no fortify. And there's the jump in with the Infest Bomb to take out that Bane right away. Now Phoenix very low. Will he have a chance to egg? He won't. The Phoenix is down. He has buyback. PL is almost respawning. Phoenix coming back into the fight. Wants to get this egg off once PL is here. See if they can make something happen with it. Kind of a defensive egg really far away from the fight. Young G trying to juke away from V-Tune. V-Tune cutting through the trees. At long range, Fisher from Earthshaker stopping V-Tune from the jump out. The heal from Phoenix keeping him there for a long time, and there's the roar onto the Centaur. There's no longer an egg. Centaur has to buy back now. Aggressive Child also forced to run away. Centaur has jumped in. Quap Yules buying some time here from Iceberg and continuing to dive. There's the Sonic Wave onto 3. So much damage coming out. DK Focus about to die as well. No buybacks on the side of Winstrike anymore. GG is called.
Yeah. A pretty simple execution from FlyToMoon, but really what happened is Beastmaster crushed his lane. This PL was homeless for 15 minutes. He was trying to find a lane to farm in. The woods rejected him. He didn't have enough farm to even farm creeps there, and